Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be configuring a site-to-site IPsec VPN. So we will be configuring it from, say this is the headquarters to a branch here. And it's over a wide area network. So it's so that the communication could be encrypted through the way. So we'll be configuring this tunnel that will encrypt and decrypt um, the packet. So the first thing we have to do is configure OSPF. Well, the first thing I need to do is configure the IP addresses on the interface. So I'll quickly do that, and then we'll configure the OSPF. So let me just go ahead and configure these interfaces with IP address. Okay, so first I will configure the interface, Giga Ethernet. Hello, give it an IP address. And this will be 192.168.10.1.255.255.255.0 and do a no shut. And then I'll do interface serial 0-30 IP 20.20.20.2 255.255.255.252 point to point or and no shut. Exit. And right. Okay. Next, I'll configure the ISP interfaces. So we'll do 0.30 IP address 20.20.20.1 255.255.255.252 no shut. Okay, interface serial. What is this one? 031. And then we give it an IP address of 30.30.30.1 255.255.255.252. I'm sorry, 252. And then we'll do a no shut. Okay, exit. And also I want to ping the 20.20.20.2. Okay, successful. Awesome. And let's save. Next, we configure the branch interfaces. Okay, we do interface gig. I think that's O.O. Let's just say O.O/O. We'll give it an IP address and that would be 192.168.20.1, 255.255.255.0. Enter, no shut. Okay, that's correct. And then we'll do interface serial 031. Give it an IP address of 30.30.30.2. 255.255.255.252 and no shut. And it's up, okay. And then I just want to do ping 30.30.30.1, and that's successful also. And that's just right. Okay. Now that we have already configured the IP addresses on the PC, so now that we have all the interfaces configured, the first thing we want to do is configure OSPF and test that communication. So let's go to the headquarter router and we'll do conft. Actually, let me give this a host name and let's call it HQ. Okay, so now we're here. We'll say router. Router OSPF. Let's say 11, and we do a router ID. We can say 1.1.2.2. Enter, and we want to advertise this network and this 20.20 network and this 192.168.10 network. So in order to do that, we'll say network 20.20.20.0, and then we'll do a wildcard mask 0.0.0.3, and we'll say area O. And next we'll do the other network, which is network 192.168.10.0, and we'll give it a wildcard mask 0.0.0.255, area 0. Exit, do right, save these configurations. Okay, next we'll do the ISP router. So conft, let's give it a host name. That's ISP. Okay, so router OSPF, I think 11. Router ID, we could do 2.2.1.2. And we're going to advertise the 20.20.20 network and the 30.30.30 network. So we'll do network 20.20.20.0, wildcard mask 0.0.0.3, area 0. And then we'll do the network as you can see, it came up 30.30.30.0, wildcard mask 0.0.0.3, area 0. Okay, exit. Let me do a show run height section OSPF. Okay, we have both of the networks advertised, and now we'll do the branch. So conft, did I write? I'll go back. Conft, let's give it a host name. And we'll say branch 1, so B1. And we'll do router OSPF 11, router ID. We say 3.3.1.2. And we want to advertise the 30.30 network and the 192.168.20 network. So network 192.168.20.0 wildcard mask 0.0.0.255. This will be area 0, and then network excuse me 30.30.30.0, and the wildcard mask will be 0.0.0.3 area 0. And the exit and do right. Okay, and you see it went from loading to full. So the virtual links are set. The adjacency is good. Actually, I want to go back to the ISP router and make sure I save my configurations. No, I didn't. So let's just do it right. Okay, now that the OSPF is configured, let's just test the connectivity. So I think this one is 20.10. Okay, so let's just ping 20.10. Ping 192.168.20.10. Okay, we have a connection. Okay, so now that we configure OSPF and we test the communication, so we're good to go with that part. Now we'll start configuring the IPsec tunnel. And the first thing we want to do is enable a security technology package. So in order to do that, we'll go to the HQ router. And we'll do license. License C. Okay, license boot. Let me see, module. The C2900. The technology package. The security K9. And then we'll press enter. And we'll save that configuration. Now we'll do the same exact thing on the branch router. Okay, so we'll do license. I'll keep license boot module C2900 technology package security K9, and do an enter and do right. Okay, so now to verify, we want to do a show version. So let's go back. Let's do a show version. Okay, so when you do a show version, you should see this here. If you don't see this, you may need to reboot your packet tracer. Sometimes it's faulty. You may need to reboot it and do it again. But you should see the security K9, evaluation, and security K9. Okay, let's verify that it's also on the headquarters router. So we'll do a show version. and it's verified. It's very important. If you do not have this, the tunnel will not work. So if you don't see it, make sure you restart your packet tracer, please. Okay, so now that that's done, it's time to the next step we need to do is configure ACL list. So we go to configure terminal, go to access list, and then we want to do 130. We want to permit the IP. So we on the headquarters router. So we want to, let's make this smaller so we can see. Okay. So we want to permit this network to this network. And to how you do that, you'll do this network and then give it a wildcard mask and to this network. So it looks like 192.168.10.0.0.0.255. Okay, and then you want to put in the branch network. So that'd be 192.168.20.0.0.0.255 wildcard mask and press enter. Okay, so we created the access list, and now we want to do the exact same thing to the branch, but we will be using this network and permitting it to this network. So let's scoot it over, and then we'll do a conf t. Okay, so we'll do access list, and access list will be 130. Remember, you want to do the exact same thing to this router that you do to the other router, 130, and we'll permit. And we'll permit the IP, and the IP is 192.168.20.0. The wildcard mask 0.0.0.255. And where we permitted to, we're permitted to the 192.168.10.0 network. Wildcard mask 0.0.0.0.255. Okay, that's complete. Let's do right. Now we'll go back to the headquarters router. And I want to make sure I do right. Save these configurations. Okay, so now that we completed the access list, we'll start the phase 1 of the key exchange, the IKE, and the Internet Security Association key management protocol on each router. So in order to start, we have to create the policy, and let's begin. So we'll say crypto ISA KMP policy, and we'll say policy 10. So remember, policy 10, the exact same thing you do to this side, you want to do to the other side. Policy 10. And now we want to specify the encryption. So we're saying encryption, AES 256. Now let's specify the authentication. So we'll do authentication, pre-share, enter. Now let's specify the dummy helmet, which is the key exchange by doing group. We'll say group 5. And let's exit out. And now we'll specify the pre-share key. And the pre-share key is going to be the IP for this interface. That's okay. So in order to do that, we do crypto as a KMP key, and we're going to use G-Tech 45 address. So the address will be this address. So this will be this interface, the serial 031. If you remember, I did 30. I did a point two and a point two, and these point one. So the address will be 30.30.30.2. Press enter. We could exit and save. So right. Next, we want to do the exact same thing to the branch router. So we put up the branch router. And the first thing we're going to do is to create the policy. So crypto AEISA policy 10. Nice. And then from there, we're going to specify the encryption again. So we're doing encryption. It was the AES 256. And from here, we're going to specify the authentication. By doing the authentication, pre-share, enter. And now we do the key exchange, the Delphi helmet. And that would just be a group 5. Enter, exit. And now here we want to specify this interface for the pre-share key. Okay, so it'll be crypto ISA key, and the key we used was the G-Tech 45 address. The address will be this serial interface of 030, and that would be 20.20.20.2. Press enter, exit, and save. Okay. So now that we we completed the phase 1, now we have to start the phase 2 of the IKE. And in order to configure the IKE phase 2 IPsec policy on the routers, we have to go into the headquarters router first. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible because you want to do the same exact thing that you do on one router to another. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is create a transform set. We'll give it a name and then we'll specify the protocols that we use. So we'll say crypto IPsec transform set, and let's give it a name. So we're going to name it VPN set. And now the protocols that we'll use will be we want to put ESP, and then we're going to use AES. And the other protocol we'll use ESP. And this protocol would be SHA. Let me just check what I could do. Yeah, we want to do the SHA HMAC. Okay. So from there, press enter. And now we want to bind the transform sets with the policy we created and that policy number. So in order to do that, we'll do crypto map. Then we'll say VPN map. So remember, we're going to name it VPN map, and the policy number was policy number 10 right here. So we'll put 10. Then we'll do IPsec IS AKMP. Okay, press enter, and you should get this note. It won't map. It will remain disabled till it pair. Still have to pair together. So from here we'll just set the pair. So in order to set the pair, let's give it a description. So we'll say description, and we'll say connects VPN connects to branch site branch. That's just a description, and then we'll set the pair. So we do, in order to pair it together, we do a set pair, and we want to set the pair also to the interface of the serial 031. So that would be we'll set the pair to 30.30.30.2. Enter. Now we want to set the transform set. So in order to do that, we do set transform set, and we want to set the transform set. We named it right here VPN set. So VPN set. Okay, enter. And last but not least, we need to match the ACL. So to match the ACL, we'll do a match address, and let me look at the ACL. So we 130. So we use this ACL 130. So we'll just put 130. 130. And then we'll press enter. We'll exit, and we do a do right to save our configurations. Now we'll do the exact same thing to the branch router. So the branch router. Okay, conf T. Okay, now we're in a branch router, so we do crypto. This is phase 2, you guys. Crypto IPsec transform set, and we named the transform set VPN set, and then we specified the protocols that we use. So we did an ESP AES, and we did ESP SHA HMAC. Okay, let me move my mouse out the way. Enter, and then we bind the transform set. So we did crypto map VPN map, and with the policy number, which was policy 10, as you can see right here. Okay, so we do 10 VPN map 10, and this is IPsec ISA KMP, and then press enter. So now that we did that, see, we got the same message because we still haven't paired it together yet. So now we want to give it the description. We want to set the pair and give it a description. So first we'll do the description, and for this description, we'll save the VPN connects to headquarters. So VPN connects HQ. Enter. And now we set pair. So set pair. And when we set the pair, we want to set it to this serial interface, the serial 030, which would be 20.20.20.2. Enter. Now we want to set the transform set. So set transform set, And as you can see, the transform set is VPN set right here. VPN set. Okay. So we'll put VPN set. Then we'll press enter. And now we will match it with the ACL policy. With the ACL. Okay, so to match it, we do match address. And then I think it was, let me see, match address 130. See? So match address 130. And then we'll press enter. We'll exit. We'll save. And that's that. So now the last thing we must do, guys, is enter the interface of the routers that's connected to the ISP sides for both routers. So to do that, let's start with headquarters. This is very easy, you guys. So we'll go into this interface here, and we'll map the VPN map. So we go interface serial 0-3-0 enter, and then we'll do a crypto map VPN map enter. And now you can see it's on. Let's exit and save. Okay, now we'll go to the branch router and we'll do the same thing, but for this interface. So we'll do interface serial 0-3-1 enter, and we'll do crypto map VPN map enter. And as you can see, it's on. So now to just verify, we can do a show crypto IPsec essay. Okay, yes, essay. Oops. Okay. So the local network, we on the branch router. So our local network is the 20, and the remote network over here is the 10. Okay, you see everything is 0. Nothing has been sent. Nothing has been encrypted or encapsulated. Let's just check the show crypto IPsec essay. Okay, so you can see it's here as well. This one local is 10, so the remote would be this one. Would be the branch network, which is the 20. Okay, so now let's send a packet. Okay, we'll ping the same address, the other side. So we'll ping 192.168.2010. Okay, now let's go back and run the show crypto IPsec command. Okay, now you can see we have some data. Some packets has been encrypted, encapsulated, decapsulated, and decrypted. So let me just calculate some more data. So let's send a few. And we go back to the HQ router. So you can see here we have 3. So let's refresh. Look, now you can see we have 11. And then let's do the branch router. You can see it has packets as well. And we can populate more if we send out more packets. So let's just ping the headquarters from the branch. Okay. Headquarters 1015. So ping. Let's ping some more. Let's do one more. We'll go back. Run the show crypto command one more time. And look at the packets that's being encrypted through our tunnel. So that's all we have for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. We configured the IPsec tunnel for a site-to-site VPN. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. You made it to the end of the video. I want to thank you for sticking to the very end and learning with me today. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me at makitapeterson@outlook.com, or you could give me a phone call with the number on my resume. Thank you.